Okay, people, back again, and today I'm going to talk about a game called We Happy Few. Now, this game's on the Xbox Game Pass, and I'm not quite sure exactly when it came to Game Pass, but I believe the game was actually released a couple of years ago. By a couple of years ago, I mean a bit more than a couple of years ago. I'm going to guess the game came out in around 2018, could have been 2019, but what I do know is the game was originally released for the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, or around that time, or for that generation of console. Anyway. Okay, so this game is actually pretty decent. Obviously, there's going to be spoilers in this video because there are spoilers in pretty much every one of my videos, so we're going to have to get used to that. So, what can I say? The storyline's actually really good. I actually really enjoy the storyline. Now, the storyline goes like this. World War II went a bit differently. Germany actually won. And for Germany to pull out of Great Britain, everyone in Great Britain had to sacrifice their children below the age of 13, or it might have been, yeah, below the age of 13. Or it was above the age of 13. Anyway, something like that. Some shit like that, anyway. So the Germans took all the children, right? And basically, everybody was feeling guilty because they said okay and gave their children to the Germans, and then they went to Germany or whatever. So it became the thing where people had to take this medication called joy. Now, what joy does, it's like manufactured happiness, where it just makes people randomly happy, and they see the world in a very happy place, in a happy area. And it's against the law to not take this drug, so everybody must be addicted to this drug called joy. If you come off the drug called joy, you get ostracized and kicked out. You get beaten up and you get killed. You get killed by, well, everyone becomes hostile if you become what they call a downer. They call them downers because obviously they're not full of joy. And they can remember their past mistakes and they're always miserable. Woo! Which is such a fucking shame. So anyway, so everyone must take this joy. If they don't take the joy, they get forced. Well, they force them to take joy by what looks to be like a syringe or something like that, with a lot of I'd say rehabilitating, where they slowly put them back on the joy and get them back on track. And if they don't get back on track, then I think they kill them, or at least arrest them anyway. So yeah, that is pretty much the storyline, the background. Oh, and by the way, yes, what is happening in this game is it turns out that the joy isn't actually working anymore. So basically, people are getting bad batches of joy, and by bad batches of joy, it's turning them into downers. Therefore, they're being ostracized and they're living outside in the garden districts, which is borderline the equivalent of living on the streets. Okay, so basically, people, because obviously the game's set in 1964, and obviously we know World War II ended at least, well, more than 10 years ago. Well, fucking hell, more than 20 years ago. My math has always been terrible. So, anyways, yes. So obviously people are getting like, it's not, the joy isn't working anymore. They took too much of the joy. It's not really working. So they're trying to create new batches of joy, which people can take to keep them happy. Yay! Okay, whatever. So anyway, you move a character called Arthur first. Now Arthur is a editor in like a newspaper place. You know, newspaper publications place. Publications. Yeah. Whatever. So yeah, like he's like a reporter basically. So anyway, the game starts off where he's looking through articles and deciding whether to approve them or not approve them. Like propaganda shit. We all know. So anyway, and then he sees an article of himself and his brother, and then he gets really upset, and then you have the choice whether to take your joy and carry on with life, or don't take your joy. Take the joy, and he carries on with his life, game over. He doesn't take the joy, and this is where his story begins, where he wants to go and find his brother, who was taken at the age of 13, or under the age of 13, should I say. Yes. So he starts his quest. He goes around. He's trying to get out of the city. He needs transit letters. He needs to do loads of bullshit tasks and quests to get out of the city, so he can catch a train to go to Germany or Russia, as they mentioned in the game, to find his brother. Yeah. You know what? The game moving him is okay, right? So basically, yeah, you do loads of weird tasks and quests and side quests and all this kind of shit, which is actually kind of interesting when you play the game. The game's kind of like it's a serious game with some comedy elements into it and some what the fuck elements into it. Now, the graphics are kind of cartoonized in a way. But it's kind of good because the game's clearly an age 18. It's full of like weird shit and it's full of swearing and smoking and drinking and all sorts of bullshit. So it's an age 18 game. The game is actually pretty decent. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck your character's gonna find his own brother when it's been like 20, fucking at least 10 years later. Because your character obviously looks like it's only in his 20s. So it's been about 10 years later. Your character's brother's in Germany or is in Russia. So even when you do complete all the tasks and you do get to the train area, how the fuck is your character going to find this person anywhere? It is not fucking possible. Let alone are they just going to be allowed to walk into Nazi Germany, because it would be Nazi Germany because the Germans won, to find your brother. Let alone your brother might not even be fucking alive. So it turns out your person is extremely depressed simply because he could have gone on the train with his brother, but he lied about his age and he never went on because he was a chicken shit coward, which is something I don't think I would have actually done. But hey, our main character did it anyway. So anyway, you do all this, the game seems okay, it's nice and fun, it's got a basic level up tree, well, a skill tree, where you can like get skill points to assign to things such as stealth, fighting, other bits of bullshit such as like you can carry more items and all that. The fighting's okay, you can legit kill people or just knock them unconscious, but for most of the game I just used the taser stick and knocked them all unconscious. Oh, I got the cricket bat out and killed them. It really depended on my mood when I was playing the game. Because when you're a gamer, you're allowed to be a psychopath every now and then. Okay, so yeah, I did that. I did the Arthur quest, and then when I did that, it turns out there's three characters in the game. There's Arthur, Sally, and I think the last guy's called Ollie. Now, you meet these characters in Arthur's playthrough, which is known as Act 1. Now then, I put a lot of fucking hours into moving Arthur. Not to mention, I put a lot of fucking hours into walking around the map to unlock everything because there's a fog that seems to cloud up the whole map. So you kind of have to walk around. Think Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 1. Them kind of games. Imagine when you had to go into a new area, but then you had to walk around the whole fucking map to unlock it all, so you can see everything to get all your quests. Well, I had to do that in this game called A Wee Happy Few, and I grinded and put quite a lot of hours into doing that because I wanted to make sure I got everything. And then when I did finish the game at Arthur, it said Act 2, Sally. So I thought, okay, no fucking problem, not a problem. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Nothing in the skill tree, nothing in the inventory, no money, and the map is all fogged up again. So I'm walking around the same goddamn map, people. But it's not unlocked again. It's covered in fog. Now, I really, really, really don't want to have to walk around and do this shit again. I don't want to do it. And it turns out with Sally that she's more of a stealth character, so she's kind of dog shit to move anyway. So I can't see myself playing any more of the game. But hey, I already saw this in a review, so I didn't even expect to finish the game completely anyway, because I did see somewhere that not many people did complete the game fully. Man, I invested hours into doing loads of different shit with Arthur, walking around, unlocking things, trying to get every single quest, building up my skill points because I wanted to get all of them, to be greeted with this shit. You just decide to throw another character in on me and tell me I haven't completed the game. You say it's Act 2, but it's the same fucking map. Why can't the map just be unlocked so I can walk around it and see all the quests? I really, really, really don't want to grind again. And don't get me wrong, I even looked this up, the game length. That obviously for the Arthur playthrough, it's like 20 hours. Then for the Sally playthrough, it's like 9 hours. Then it's like 7 hours for Ollie. Bitch, please, what the hell was the point in this? You might as well just brought A Wee Happy Few 2 out or something like that. But hey, your game probably weren't even good enough to even do that. So you just seem to force it upon me anyway. So I haven't actually completed the game, nor do I think I'm going to go back to the fucking game. That's why I'm making this review now. Simply because it's bullshit. Why? I mean, why split it into acts? It would have made more fucking sense for you to do a storyline game with Arthur and then it keeps switching you so you don't actually lose out on anything. Now, people might attack me and say, wait, this game's good. What's your problem? You get more game length time. No, because I'm just bitter because I spent fucking time exploring. I explored the game, explored the map, explored everything. So even then, like, it just feels stupid because I must have wasted at least fucking 6 hours of the game walking around doing nothing. Obviously, these 6 hours wouldn't have been in a row. It would have been gradual. I would have done some quests, then explored a bit, more quests, explored a bit to see everything. And when you move Sally, maybe I haven't given her enough time. I could be wrong, but she seems more like a stealth kind of person. But also, she like attacks people and does her thing using her chems. Like she has this squirt bottle where she like squirts chemicals at people to like mask their scent and shit. Like just the exact way I don't even like playing games. Yeah, I don't like that kind of shit. I'm the kind of person I'm either stealth or I go in gung ho and kill everybody. I don't piss about in the middle ground. Maybe moving Ollie might be fun, but I'm never gonna get up to that stage because I'm not gonna finish the Sally quest. Because straight away I have to go to the garden district and sneak around in a place where there's like 10 other people. And that's the main storyline quest straight away. And I probably could do it at night on the game or not, but we'll never find out because I'm not going to do it. So the game has kind of let me down, really. And on top of that, people, it's just for fuck's sake. I mean, I grinded with Arthur. And see, it makes it unnecessary. So I never actually needed to grind with Arthur. I never actually needed to level up all these skill tree points or anything like that because it all went to waste anyway. So at least if I'm moving Sally in Act 2, I'd like to be able to have my fucking sneak stuff where I can walk around at night with no one bothering me. But no, I've got to revert back to like a level 1 character. It's like imagine playing Elder Scrolls Skyrim, for example. Oh, sorry, my camera again. But I'll just keep talking. It's like playing Elder Scrolls Skyrim, but getting to level 100, let's just say, I don't know, and maxing out all every skill, and then finishing the game. And then the game makes you start again as level 1. Unoptionally, of course. You know? It's not even fucking optional. So when I finished the game with Arthur, Act 2 Sally automatically started and it overwrit my Arthur save file. So I couldn't even go back and explore with him even if I wanted to. I would have had to have made multiple saves. Maybe this was just an issue on my behalf. It might not have affected anybody else. But let me tell you, folks, it fucking affected me. So I'm not playing this game anymore. I give up. I might turn it on later on and move around with Sally and think about not playing it and then just confirm to myself I'm not going to continue playing this game. The game's fantastic. It's really good. There are some good. Well, to me, I'd say this. Okay. It's a very difficult one. I can't really say that this game's like an RPG because it's actually not an RPG game because every quest you do, you don't really get a choice what you want to do. But still, the quests are interesting. With Arthur, I can guarantee. You know, I can guarantee that. The quests are interesting, but there's no roleplay element because it's all linear. And no matter what you fucking do, it's still one-way linear. I don't think this game was ever a big game. Even when it came out, I'd never heard of it. I would have heard of this game. I'm a gamer, I would have heard of it. I only heard of it because it appeared on the Game Pass because it was a new release on the Game Pass. And I've played like hundreds of games, so I'm at a point where I don't even know what the fuck I want to play anymore. So I just play whatever like I visually look at, you know. And then I talk about it on YouTube like this. But the game, it's left me an emotional mess. I'm an emotional mess playing this game because I did like moving Arthur, but I just don't want to start again. I wouldn't say it's laziness. I feel as though the game's taken something from me. Starfield did the exact same thing. It's like when I finished Starfield, I had a shitload of money, credits, I had all my weapons and everything like that. And then I am now Starboard. Yay! And then I've lost fucking everything I grinded for. And I didn't even get a choice. Well, Starfield did give me a choice, actually. I could have gone back. But, you know, the game didn't tell me it was going to screw me over. And it did. Like life does anyway. So this game's kind of fucked me over. I don't even want to move Sally. If anything, I'd like to skip over it and move Ollie. But one thing I don't want to do again is walk around all the fucking maps grinding again. I don't want to do that. Unless I have nothing else to do. But by the sounds of it, I don't have anything else to do. So I probably will do it anyway. But again, I'll convince myself I don't want to do it. So this game is an extremely mixed review from me. I have to confess. I'm mixed. I don't know what to make of the game. Camera's out of sync. Why does my camera keep doing it? I wish my camera would stop doing this. This is a fucking C90 Pro. Ugh. Okay. I've finished talking now, people. Awesome 50 out.